Hi, everybody. So today we're going to talk about what it feels like to contact and be with your higher self all day long. And this is something that I do every day. These people here, Shannon and Norma, are here to talk about their experience with it. And we talk all the time about this, beautiful thing that is contacting your higher self and getting the questions answered that you want answered. And basically for me, it has changed my entire life and my personal and my professional life. So I just want to go ahead and get, their experience from that. So Shannon, why don't we kick it off? So what is the most important thing for your growth that your higher self has helped you with?
Basically consistency. Because when I first started, I wouldn't do it every single day. And then, with higher self guiding me, it was like, let's be really consistent with this. And that's when I started to see the biggest changes. So, connecting every single day, talking to my higher self throughout the day, making decisions based on what my higher self is guiding me with. That's really where the biggest change came from.
That's awesome. And how about you, Norma? So how has being in touch with your higher self helped your everyday life, like your regular life?
Yes. Well, like Shannon said, being consistent. And for me, I think it's been creating it a habit to just incorporate that into my daily life has changed everything, right? The way that I do things, the choices that I make, everything changes when you are in contact with your higher self.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree.
For the
So,
better. For the better.
For the better.
Yes.
Yes, for the better. So Shannon, how does it feel to have access to the universal truths and your personal truths as well?
Well, I mean, there's not that you almost can't describe it because it's so amazing. Like I think the three of us know because we do it, but to describe it to somebody who doesn't know what we're talking about, it's kind of hard because it's like, what are you talking about? How can you do this? But when you do it, you can literally get any answer to any question that you have. And so for me, before, like one of the biggest ways that my life changed was I had massive anxiety. I was always battling anxiety. And when you can get answers to the truth, nothing is scary anymore. So that anxiety doesn't build, you know what I mean? And if you feel it coming, like if I get anxiety about something that's going on in the world or something like that now, right away I get on it and I get to the truth and it's gone. I don't have to sit there and live in that anxiety anymore. So yeah, it's absolutely life-changing.
Yeah, completely. So I'm going to ask you now, Norma, how does it feel to have access to the universal truths and personal truths for you?
It feels wonderful. It feels a sense of peace. I could describe it as being like having the comfort that a loving grandparent gives you. Just that sense of, you're safe. We got you. We got your back. The universe has your back. And I think it's a beautiful gift that we have. And a lot of us didn't know before that we had it. So once you tap into that gift, right, that it's there, that we all have, you're like, wow, life isn't that bad. Life is great. Like, it's just tapping into it.
Yeah, and I think so many people are going to now learn to tap into it. It's just going to make it better and better for everyone. But so think of a fun story you can tell me about your higher self interaction. So who wants to go first with that one?
You go first.
Okay.
Well, it's not that long since I started learning about higher self and how to talk to my higher self. And, at first I think that, excuse me, when I visualized my higher self, I saw her as me in a very, and this is a funny, like in a very chic way. Like I could tell you what she was wearing, and I think at that moment in my life, that's what I needed to see my higher self as myself. Now, with the growth that I've made and with everything that I've learned and the habits that I've changed in my life, and I see higher self as this older, wiser grandmother.
Mhm.
And I just find it so beautiful that it came to me at the time that I needed it the most as myself. And now, maybe because I see myself as an older, wiser being, it's showing me like that. So I just find it so beautiful that it's been changing to what I need at that moment. And the
Mhm.
different phases in my life, right? I'm married, I started family. So now it's that like motherly love that is in my life.
Yeah, that's
I
beautiful.
think it's cute.
Beautiful.
Mhm. How about you, Shannon? What's your fun
Well,
story?
I'll tell you a funny one. So my higher self would say things to me very, I would hear a person talking to me, saying things to me very loudly. And at first I didn't listen to everything because I was like, what is this? You know what I mean? And so I was selling a mannequin in my basement and she had pieces. And so I went down to pick her up and I went to pick her up in one piece and my higher self said, don't pick her up. She's going to fall on her head and get a big knot on her head. And I was like in a hurry. So I just was like, never mind, grab the dummy, start walking up the basement stairs. I drop her. She falls flat on her face. It gets this big indentation in her head. And I'm like, oh, great. Now I'm going to have to, this guy's not going to want the dummy. If he wants it, I'm going to have to give it to him for $20. And my higher self said, no, tell him that you dropped the doll and see what he offers you. And so he took $20 off when he came. I would have given it to him for $20 because I didn't, but with that advice, I actually made more money. And so then I started because like I was reaching up in my cabinet to get a coffee cup. And I
Mhm.
heard if you reach up, you're going to knock something down. And I reached up and I knocked it down. So and it broke, glass shatters everywhere, like cleaning it up, going, why don't I listen? And so that was like not the last time. I'd like to say it was the last time, but that was the turning point for me where I started like, if I hear it, I listen, and she talks to me a lot. Like I hear things a lot, and I listen.
Yeah, it's like all day
Yeah.
long conversations. And I found if you can keep clear, the better you can keep clear, the better your higher self is and the louder they'll be as well. So, but it's a beautiful thing. Like your helper is there all the time.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
love it.
it's a good comfort to have,
Mhm.
knowing that it's there and that you can tap into anytime, and ask for guidance, ask for advice. It's
Mhm.
really beautiful, and they're there. Like it's like it's like a person that has seen it all, right? And that
Right.
knows what's going to happen and has that wisdom and that knowledge.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been working on what's called an NFT, and non-fun, I don't remember what you actually say it is, but an NFT is a cryptocurrency, but a picture instead. And I was really interested in them for some reason. And higher self was like, make one, make them, do it. So now I'm making them, but do I know what I'm doing? No, but I'm just following her guidance.
Yeah.
So I know it's going to be something that's valuable for me. So we just wanted to share that today with everybody. And we hope that you get a chance to talk to your own higher self and you'll love it. Have a beautiful day.